college football fans. It's championship November. It's time for the champions to start being champions, and for the bowl teams to start getting a couple of extra bowl wins. It's week 12 now in college football. We'll preview all the games for this week for week 12 in 2018. Coming up next, starting in the Big 12. Pretty interesting games coming up for the Big 12 and so much more next. Boomer Sooner 1982, don't go away! Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. Let's start in the conference that I care the most about. And my beloved Oklahoma Sooners are in the Big 12, where there are no midweek games this week, again. But that doesn't mean you can't have some fun on a Saturday. Put your skillet ready for an 11 a.m. kickoff between the TCU Horned Frogs, who are aiming for a bowl, at Baylor aiming for a bowl. Fox Sports 1. TCU needs this one to get to a bowl, period. Baylor can wait a week, and they might have to. I think that TCU is going to play with some more intensity, and I think that they might even win this game in Waco on the road. 2:30 games. Our beloved, much not so beloved Oklahoma State Cowboys trying to get back on track. They will host West Virginia for their senior night. And you know what? I think that Oklahoma State might get them. I was really impressed with what Taylor Cornelius did yesterday against my Sooners in a home game. Long trip for West Virginia. Look for the Cowboys to pull this one off. It'll be on ABC. The other 2:30 game, Texas Tech will be at Kansas State on ESPNU. Kansas State, not an easy place to play. Texas Tech going to be playing with a backup quarterback. So I'm going to take the Purple Eaters, the Wildcats of Kansas State, the Nightcappers, my beloved Oklahoma Sooners. They have Kansas on their senior night. It'll be on Fox. I'm not going to pick this game. I'd never pick this game. I don't want to sound like a homer. If you want to hear my thoughts on the Kansas game, you can hear them as I join the Sooner Football Fans podcast. It comes out Thursdays on their iTunes and all that. I'll tweet it out for you when it comes out. The other night game is at 7, and it is on the LHN. That's the Longhorn Network, as Iowa State will be in Austin at Texas. Evenly matched teams. I'm actually going to take Texas in this ball game, but closer than the experts think on that. So that's for the Big 12 local scope. What about the national landscape? Well, Tuesday night you can get started on the national landscape. Western Michigan will be at Ball State 5 p.m. on Tuesday at ESPN2. I'm taking Western Michigan. Wednesday after church, you have 2 games to watch after church on Wednesday night. Buffalo will be out at Ohio. That will be on ESPN2 at 6 o'clock. I'm going to go with Buffalo. And then an hour later, Miami of Ohio will be at UNI. That's University of Northern Illinois. That game will be on ESPNU at 7 o'clock. And I'm going to go with Northern Illinois. Thursday nights, a big night for college football, or at least it's starting to turn into one, as a couple of games will get the spotlight games on Thursday night, including 5 o'clock Toledo will be at Kent State. That one will be on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to take Toledo. 7 p.m. Tulane will be at Houston on ESPN. I'm going to take the Cougars. And at 9:30, our old buddy Seth Luttrell and North Texas will host Florida Atlantic. FAU at North Texas. CBS Sports. I'm taking North Texas. That's the Thursday. Friday night, 2 games for you. If you don't want to watch high school ball, you can watch ESPN2 as Memphis will be at SMU. I'm going to take SMU. Also, CBS Sports Network will have at 8 o'clock Boise State at New Mexico. That game will be on CBS Sports. I'm taking Boise State, the Broncos. What about the main day Saturday games? The main day Saturday games get kicked off with the Ohio State University at 11 o'clock at Maryland on ABC. I'm taking Ohio State. Also at 11, Citadel, the Citadel, will be at Alabama. That one will be on the SEC network. I'm going to take Alabama. The cross game on the SEC, the other SEC network, will have Middle Tennessee State at our old buddy Mark Stoops in Kentucky. I'm going to take Kentucky. ESPNU will have Idaho as they will be at Florida. I'm going to take Florida. Also at 11 a.m., ESPN regular, Arkansas at Mississippi State. I'm going to take Mississippi State. CBS Sports Network, Colgate, will be at one of the few non-conference games that actually looks more decent for Oklahoma, the better. Army at 11 on CBS Sports Network. I'm going to take Army. ESPN3 will have Pitt at Wake Forest. ESPN3, I'm going to take Wake. USF at Temple. ESPN News, I'm taking Temple. Michigan State at Nebraska on Fox. Nebraska's really turned it on, but you know what? Michigan State's pretty good. I'm going to take the Spartans. Big Ten Network for the next 2, including Penn State at Rutgers. I'm going to take Penn State. And Northwestern at Minnesota. I'm taking the Golden Gophers of Minnesota, don't you know what? 11:20, NC State trying to get back on track at Louisville. ESPN3, they're actually playing without their coach. Petrino cut earlier. That's not good for Louisville. Plus, they're playing an angry North Carolina State team. NC State's going to take advantage right there at 11:20 on ESPN3. Pac-12 Network at 11:30. Utah will be at Colorado. I'm going to take the Buffaloes of Colorado. Not an easy place to go win out there, but I think Utah, and I don't think Utah can do it. No noon games, 1 o'clock games for you. Florida International will be at Charlotte, ESPN3. I'm going to take Florida International. Virginia Military Institution at Old Dominion, the new ESPN Plus network. I'm taking ODU. And Utah State will be at Colorado State on the AT&T Sports Network Rocky Mountain. I'm taking the Aggies of Utah State. 1:30 p.m. neutral site game at Yankee Stadium on NBC. It will be between Syracuse and Notre Dame. I'm taking the Irish. Stadium Network will have Texas San Antonio at Marshall. I'm going to take Marshall. And Georgia State at Appalachian State, ESPN Plus. I'm taking App State. 2 o'clock games. Western Charlotte will be at North Carolina, their big brother, ESPN3. I'm taking North Carolina, the big brother. Louisiana Monroe will be at Arkansas State, ESPN Plus. I'm taking Arizona State, Arkansas State, I'm sorry. 2:30, the Hurricane, Miami of Florida, at our old buddy from Oklahoma, and Virginia Tech, Hokie High on ESPN. I'm taking the Hokies. Watch out for them now. Boston College at Florida State, ESPN2. I'm taking Boston College. The new Stadium Network, they'll have Louisiana Tech at Southern Miss. I'm taking Southern Mississippi. The CBS Sports Network, Military Appreciation Game, Tulane at Navy. I'm taking Navy. ESPN Plus will have Texas State at Troy, ESPN Plus. CBS Missouri at Tennessee on CBS. I'm taking Tennessee. Regular Virginia at Virginia Tech, ESPN3. I'm taking Virginia Tech. Bowling Green at Akron, ESPN3. I'm taking Akron. Louisiana Tech at Louisiana State on the stadium, on the Stadium Network. I'm taking Tech. Iowa at Illinois, Big Ten Network. I'm taking Illinois. Wisconsin and the Badgers at Purdue, Big Ten Network. I'm taking Purdue. And USC at UCLA on Fox. I'm taking USC. 4 o'clock, Nevada at San Jose State. I'm taking Nevada on ESPN3.com. ESPN Plus will have Georgia Southern at Coastal Carolina. I'm taking UCC. And South Alabama at Louisiana Lafayette. ESPN3. I'm taking ULL. 5 o'clock, Indiana will be at Michigan. Fox Sports 1, I'm taking Michigan. Pac-12 Network, 5:30. Arkansas State at Oregon on the Pac-12 Network. I'm taking Oregon. Slip down to the primetime game, 6 o'clock is when they start. UAB, Hamilton, Birmingham. Congratulations on a good year, guys. On their way to a divisional title, but that's not going to get you past Texas A&M at College Station. Game was on ESPN2. I'm taking the Aggies. Duke at Clemson. ESPN. I'm taking Clemson. University of Connecticut at East Carolina. Also at 6. CBS Sports Network. I'm taking Coastal Carolina. 6:30. ESPNU. Rice at Louisiana State. I'm taking Louisiana State. Ole Miss at Vandy. SEC Network, I'm taking Vanderbilt. Stanford at Cal, Pac-12 Network, I'm taking Cal. Chattanooga, Tennessee Chattanooga at South Carolina. SEC Network, I'm taking South Carolina. And University of Texas of El Paso at Western Kentucky on the BN Sports Network. I'm taking Western Kentucky. Prime time. What about, finally in prime time, guys, 7 o'clock. What about our old buddy Josh Heupel? When you get kicking off at 7 o'clock, almost the same time we are at 6:30. Theirs will be on ABC as they will host Cincinnati. Cincinnati at UCF. ABC at 7 o'clock. I'm going with the Fighting Heupels. 9:15, take a little break. 9:15. New Mexico State at Brigham Young, ESPN2, BYU. I'm taking BYU in this one at 9:15. 9:30. San Diego State at Fresno State on CBS Sports Network. I'm taking Fres State. And finally, final game of the night, 10 o'clock, the Hawaii Sports Network. UNLV at Hawaii. I'm taking the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Of course, as always, don't take these picks to Vegas. I'm not a genius. But if you do take them to Vegas, I would appreciate a little bit of the profits. Won't hold it against you if you do or don't. My name is Harry James. You can catch this and all my other videos on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also on my Twitter at HypeManHarry. They're also on my Facebook page, Harry James Taylor. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching and Boomer Sooner, everybody. I'm out of here. See you next week.